stop everything. What is going on?
I'm trying to make something of myself. I'm trying to build my integrity and my wealth. I'm trying to go far into places unknown. I'm just trying to find the love. Yo, no tengo corazón. I'm drowning in my thoughts and my heart is the anchor.
Welcome back to the tune-up. I don't really have an intro because this all just happened right here, right now. The rap god himself, Eminem, has surprise dropped this Kamikaze album. 13 songs just out of nowhere. What? Crazy thing is, the album cover is really reminding me of License to Ill from the Beastie Boys, and that's an iconic rap album. I mean, if you listen to hip-hop and you know about like groundbreaking groups, the Beastie Boys are definitely up there. License to Ill was crazy. Paul Revere, in my opinion, still the best beat in hip-hop. For its time, it was genius. How you gonna reverse the entire beat? Like, everything is going backwards but the bars. Like, that's genius to me, especially for when it came out. So I think Paul Revere is one of the greatest songs of all time. Still think it's the best beat in hip-hop. And it's dope because it's kind of like, I guess, Eminem's way of getting back to basics or something. We all know how people felt about Revival. I had an episode about it a while back. It's a very old episode, but me and my homie were talking about it. So what I think I'm going to do with that is I think I'm going to put the album rankings that we had in that episode up for your viewing pleasure. And then I think I'm going to go back and then just go over how I'm feeling about Eminem's albums after hearing this. I have no idea what to expect. Revival, I think, was cool. Wasn't great, but it was better than Marz LP2 in my opinion, if you didn't get that from the video. But I'm excited to see what Shady came up with, man, because apparently he's naming names. Apparently he's going at people. Y'all know when Eminem go at somebody, it's over for him. Like, that's not a situation you want to be a part of. So, without further ado, let's get into Kamikaze from the one and only Eminem. Number 1, The Ringer.
My first thoughts. See where this takes me. I'm off the chain like Caleb Brown.
Hey.
When I'm talking, little bitch, I'm sorry. Wait, what? Give a subpar bar, even have an opinion of you. You mention me, millions of views, attention and news. Business is used, shit list renewed. So get shit to do, or get this, cause I just don't get what the fuck half the shit is that you're listening to. Do you have any idea how much I hate this choppy flow? Everyone copies, though probably no videos. I can see why people like Little Yachty, but not me though. Not even dissing it, just ain't for me. Maybe Stan just isn't your cup of tea. Maybe a cup full of syrup and lean.
Woo! Wait a minute. Yo. Okay. Oh. Maybe Stan isn't your cup of tea. Maybe your cup's full of syrup and lean. Woo! He's at y'all next. The Lil Yachty, the little name drop. Yo. He said it's not a diss, but you know. Ugh.
My dick with an ice pick, sticking in a vice grip, hanging on a spike fence, bang it with a pipe wrench. While I take my ball stack and flick it like a light switch. A little punk, Lil Xan, imitate Lil Wayne. I should aim at everybody in the game, pick a name. The era that I'm from will plummet you, that's what it's coming to. What the fuck you gonna do when you run into it? I'm gonna crumble you and I'll take a number 2 and dump on you if you ain't joining. If you ain't Kendrick Cole or Sean and you're a goner. Maybe the vocal should have been auto-tuned and you would have bought it. But saying I no longer got it cause you missed the line and never caught it. Cause it went over your head because you're too stupid to get it. Cause you're mentally retarded but pretend to be the smartest with your expertise and knowledge. But you'll never be an artist. Don't see why y'all even started with me. I get in peace, my enemies die. I don't cease fire till at least all of the seats. Agent Orange just sent the Secret Service to meet in person to see if I really think of hurting him or ask if I'm linked to terrorists. I said only when it comes to ink and lyricists.
Nah. Y'all ain't seeing him. Y'all not seeing that man. Not at all. That intro alone already just smashing everything that came before. I myself, when I write lyrics and when I try to be clever with stuff, him is somebody I study, and he's somebody that I definitely pay attention to how he puts words together and how he can make things rhyme. His talent to do that was on full display on Revival, but you know, because the album was political and because, you know, the features and, you know, there were a whole bunch of things about it that definitely didn't sit right with people. But I feel like because People want him to be that angry ass person that he was on the first 3 albums, and because they saw that there weren't like hip hop features on Revival, and even my homie included, you know, no disrespect to him or anybody else that saw the features and was like, this is gonna be whack. Like, I feel like people had a preconceived notion of what they were gonna get, and then when it wasn't that, they didn't even bother looking at the album. Whereas, you know, that was different with getting an album called Marshall Mathers LP 2. That's a sequel to your iconic album. So that's why I went into it like, this has to be incredibly fire because of how legendary and iconic the first one was. That intro, again, y'all not seeing this man with the bars. Y'all not. Plain and simple. Let's keep it going. Number 2, greatest.
Feeling like the greatest on the beat, whoever did it. Might be the one who made it. It's Shady on the list. I'm somewhat outlandish, they say. You say we're cut from the same cloth, but I guess you fabricate, eh? Try to get away from the anger and raise my base. So gangly as an A to the K. Get your ass raised like my days. Ranking your legs ain't different ways. Ain't the ways you chumps don't even know how to do something and get good. Greatest in the world. Greatest in the world. Greatest in the world. Don't go so long, be sounding like me. Never be as good. Never be as good. So you sold 10 million albums, eh? What? Only problem is, you put out 10 million albums, eh? There's already too much time to pay rappers. I hear you talking shit, I'm just too big to respond to it. God forbid, I forget throwing jump out the window. Somebody better try prove it, cause if I lose it, cause I'm wiping up everyone in this genre. Cause on the mic, I feel like I'm greatest in the world. Greatest in the world. Greatest in the plan with an ISIS flag. Bet you I come back twice as bad. Revival didn't go viral. Denon and Royce tell me that I should take the high road. Fuck that, I'm finna hit.
Ooh, y'all done pissed him off. Slim Shady ain't about to play with y'all right now. Oh, okay. I gotta give him his. Oh, yo, shout out Mike Will. That is one of your best beats. Mike Will's gonna be one of those remembered producers. He can switch up his style so crazy. Number 3, Lucky You, featuring Joyner Lucas. Now, a lot of the Logic fans know how I feel about Joyner. I'm a bigger fan of Dave East, but Joyner is definitely one of the best out right now. He's incredible. An incredible lyricist. He can really speed up his pacing. So he might go miles per hour with Eminem on this one. Like, he might keep up with that fast flow. So who knows? Let's see what they end up doing.
All my life I won a Grammy, but I probably never get it. I ain't never had no trophy or no motherfucking ribbon. Fuck you too. Whoa. Y'all gotta move. Y'all gotta move.
Oh!
Give me some room. Give me some room. Give me the juice. You taxing, I'm actually pumping. Can't fuck with you rapping. You practically sucking. You might have went platinum, but that don't mean nothing. I'm actually buzzing this time. Shit out the kitchen, I told him the oven is mine. Bitch, I'm a duck, call me Cujo. You play your cards, I reverse on you all, and I might just drop on like a Uno. They woke up my home, they call it Obuto, and all of you culo. When I die, I'm going out as an underdog who never lost hope. Snakes in the grass, trying to slither fast. I just bought a fucking lawnmower.
A lot of things in my day. I admit it, this is payback in a way. I regret it that I
That
did
beat
it.
switch.
I won a couple Grammys, but I said I used to risk it.
I'm not Krigger.
Now I got too much to lose.
I'm not Krigger.
You got a couple of ghostwriters, but to these kids it don't actually matter. They're asking me what the fuck happened to hip-hop. I said I don't have any answers, cause I took a down when I dropped my last album. It hurt me like hell, but I'm back on these rappers. And actually coming from humble beginnings. I'm humble, I'm bugging, I'm going for the juggle. That shit is a circus, you clowns that are coming up. Don't give an ounce of a motherfucker about the ones who were here before you to make rap. Let's recap, way back, and tease that. Recap, gonna take that. In a minute, got me thinking of finishing everything with a seed of minutes and reaping the benefits. I'm sleeping to will again as I'm thinking and thinking about evil intent of another beat, I'm a kill again. Cause even if I gotta end up eating a pill again, even ketamine and methamphetamine with a mini, then it better be at least 70 or 300 milligram. And I might as well, cause I might end up being a villain again. Levels to the side, my DNA. But I roll till the wheels fall off, I'm working tirelessly. Hey, it's the moment y'all been waiting for.
Wow. Oh my God. Oh. Yo, I'm telling you right now, this album is wow. Wow. I would love, just like how I felt at the end of KOD when Cole went at mumble rappers, like, I really would like to see one of them respond to this. Like, that's going to be hilarious. No disrespect, no shade, no tea, but it's like, if you really feel a way about, you know, oh, they hating on us. If you really feel a way about it, then fight fire with fire. You know, you can only let the numbers talk for so long. And the only reason why Drake kind of gets a pass with that is because he still raps at the end of the day. He writes for other people. He writes for himself. You know, you can throw the whole, he had a ghostwriter thing. Everybody in the industry has help. There's a few that don't. Eminem, not one of them. But Eminem wrote for Drake. Cube wrote for all the NWA. So, if you're going to give Drake the same shit for having somebody write for him, give Dre the same shit. You know? Dre didn't write that verse on Forgot About Dre. Eazy-E did not write Boys in the Hood. So, you want to be mad at Drake for getting somebody to, you know, come in and help but know yourself and same bands. You got to get that same energy to the people you hold in the highest regard to. Call a spade a spade. So, the way that they going at the mumble rappers, if y'all feel away, step your bars up. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. Track was crazy, but, you know, that's how I'm feeling about that. Number 4, Paul, skit. Now, we didn't have any skits on Revival, which definitely might have helped, because skits are the classic element with M's albums. And so I'm interested to see what this is about. And this is going to go into number 5, which is Normal.
I listened to the new album. Are you really going to just reply to everybody who you don't like what they have to say about you, or the album where you reply to everybody who didn't like the album that you made, replying to everybody that didn't like the previous album? It's a slippery slope. I don't know if it's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds like classic M.
What's up with these hoes, man? Getting in relationships like this.
Always gotta be so extra. Why you always need a lecture? My ex hates to talk, she's a texter. Even when I'm in bed laying right next to her. Wants to get back to many times for me to count. And all I can think is how I just want you to be normal. Why can't you bitches be normal? Always gotta be so extra. Ugly to compete with him. You weren't supposed to agree, you fucking bitch. Especially when you're the one cheated first, not the argument immediately.
That's old him.
You want me to
That's old Slim right there.
I love you, but I hope you fucking die, though. In our business, your friends like the prize, so you
I wasn't feeling the beat up until this other switch, okay?
Come back with this Milo, the guy at work who drives a high-low. I put a just wanna be normal.
I was kind of like a Drake type of flow. Okay.
Can't you be normal?
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. That one was definitely a grower. Definitely wasn't feeling how the beat was going in the beginning. Lyrically, this man is really just coming for blood. This man is really just coming for blood. I'm intrigued. I'm Ooh, there's another skit right after. Oh, he called him back. Ooh, number 6. M calls Paul skit.
No, I don't plan to reply to everybody who fucking said something fucked up about me. But I swear to God, this motherfucker lives in Michigan, and I think I figured out his address.
Y'all shouldn't have made him angry. I'm telling you. Yo. This has such a classic Eminem feel. This is very vintage M. Definitely feels like the Slim persona came out a little bit, but like I said in the video, I wouldn't want him to be as angry as he was on that album at his age now. And I'm not trying to say, oh, he's over 40, he shouldn't be rapping. Like a lot of these young rappers keep saying. But this has such a vintage Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers LP feel. Even Eminem show a little bit. Like those golden first 3 albums. And it's a dope callback. I think it's a dope callback to it. It's kind of like a back to basics thing while getting at what's frustrating him about the new trends. Number 7, Stepping Stone.
Everything was totally new. We were globally huge, watching sales go through the roof. We rode when we feuded, Onion Avenue soldiers included. A multitude of homies who would bounce for no good excuse. I just noticed the oomph was gone when we go in the booth. Cause the truth is the moment the proof died, so did the proof.
I'm not crazy about how the sample came in, but the bars are dope.
To make amends to all the friends I may have hurt, I better stop and say my grace. And we gotta be men, we got responsibilities, plus we don't say how we feel. And I feel like this is what got us in the debacle we're in. Been with you guys sticking thin, but that spark isn't there. And I don't know how to recapture that time in the air. I've tried harkening back, I'm fighting for air. I'm barely charting myself. Y'all know we possibly can. I know we kept our hopes up, but the longer we spend living this life, it's not goodbye to our friendship, but D12 is over. I'ma wash away my sins. I'ma rinse away this dirt.
That was definitely like an Eminem show type track. I definitely liked the poise and confidence he had in that. Definitely, he kind of sounds like him. He kind of sounds like his old self here. But you know, I'm not the fan that holds people to that. I definitely sing my praises of the work from the past that I loved, but I don't hold Eminem to the MMLP one. I don't do that. That D12 bar is crazy. Shout out to all of them though. It's sad that the group is done, but they really did the damn thing. Like the D12 World album was hard. Number 8, Not Alike.
Not alike on the mic.
I don't do Jordans and Audemars. I do explosions and Molotovs. Remember, everybody used to bite nickel now. Everybody doing Bitcoin. We don't got nothing in common. We don't got nothing in common.
That's a bar.
And I'm talking to you, but you already know who the fuck.
This bitch switches. What?
Commenting on my daughter, and I keep on telling motherfuckers bitches in case you forgot. Really, and only time you'll ever say I lost, you'll be talking about Petty Bop, better call Diddy. Just to try to get me off, and you better hope I don't call trick.
Oh, that's foul. And why you do that? Oh my God. Oh. Anytime you talk about I lost, you'll be talking about Fetty. Oh my God. I am. Why you do this? Y'all shouldn't have pissed this man off. Y'all should not have pissed this man off.
You bitch, you fucking with the original. I consider me a nickel a dinner. Much we have in common. Up on this mic, we're on it.
I'm not even gonna talk. Wow. This is some heat. This is some heat right here. Alright. Number 9, Fall.
I've been going for your juggler since Craig G. Duck Alert. Wedgie in my underwear, the whole bedsheet in my comforter. Stuck up in my rectal crack. From the heart you didn't write like you wrote it. Well, I teabag the microphone cause I go nuts on it. Like a fighter jet line with explosives that'll strike any moment. Back on everyone. Back on everyone. Come on, gonna smash. Everyone crash like an F-15. I was invented by Dre Frankenstein, energized like a 9-volt. Ice cold like snake eyes, twice in a row on a dice roll. But if the only reason I blow is cause I'm white, though right don't.
I'm wondering if number 9 is actually Kamikaze and number 10 is Fall, because he keeps saying Kamikaze in this song. I'm not hearing like I'm not hearing a mention of fall or falling or anything about falling. So they might have mislabeled these. They might have.
But I've been going for your juggler since Craig G. Duck Alert.
Another beat switch.
If you sleep, you're fucked. Other words, you get laid, get overlooked. And I don't say the hook unless I wrote the hook. And now I'm just freestyling in the vocal booth. And you know I've always spoke the truth.
This really just has such a different energy. It feels like it just feels like everything that he went through last year just fueled him to just come crazy and just really just snap on everything and everybody. He been snapping the whole album. I think that's the first beat that I wasn't crazy about, more so than normal. But I love like the beat switch at the end. You know, you got to listen to the whole thing to get there, but he made it work. And you know, he's going at everybody's neck right now. So I can definitely see myself. I can see that one growing on me. Because the production was just aight for that, but in my opinion. But he completely spazzed on that. That was crazy to hear. And, you know, there's humorous lines in there, too. Because, you know, that's the classic thing that he does. Like, he's going to be lyrical, but he's going to be funny about it, too. Like an Offended. So, I'm excited for how this album's going to close out. We only got a few more tracks, but I'm very happy. I'm very impressed with this collection. This is absolutely crazy. Shout out to him, you know. You are a staple in the game. One of the greatest to ever hold that microphone. So I salute you and I respect you. Number 10, Kamikaze, the title track. Hey, hey.
Dr. Dre and that first marijuana tape. Yes, I got a chronic case. And I ain't just blowing smoke. Less is in your mama's face. One last time for Charlemagne. If my response is late, it's just how long it takes to hit my fucking radar. I'm so far away. These rappers are like Hunger Games. 1 minute they're mocking Jay. Next minute they get the stuff from Migos, so they copy Drake. Maybe I just don't know when to turn around and walk away.
I have been saying that for the longest time. Y'all don't hear me though, especially y'all because y'all don't listen to rap music, but it's all good. But I've been saying this for the longest time. Y'all want to keep coming at these other people that are, oh, he stole this person flow, oh, he stole this person flow. Everybody else is copying what the Migos and Future and Drake have already done. The whole emo shit, that wouldn't exist without y'all favorite album, Take Care. But let's go ahead and slander Drake's name, right? The whole shit that y'all are on right now, that's all Migos and Future. But y'all don't want to give them their credit. Yo. So hopefully you hear this from Eminem and then, oh yeah, look at everybody stealing from everybody else. Man, I'm done with y'all. I really am. I'm done. I'm done. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah.
Don't make me have to give it back to academics. Say this shit is trash again. I'll have you twisted like you had it when you thought you had me. Slipping at the telly, even when I'm getting brain, you'll never catch me with a thought. Tyler create nothing. I see why you called yourself a flippin' bitch. It's not just cause you lack attention. It's because you worship the 12 balls. You're sacrilegious.
He just go at Tyler like that? Oh.
Whatever his name is to help you put together some words. More than just 2 letters. Sorry if I took forever.
Ooh.
I wrote every single word of everything I ever murdered. Time to separate the sheep from goats. And I got no faith in your writers. I don't believe in ghosts. When walk up in this house you own, bust my pelvic bone, use your telephone.
That's a classic Eminem trope right there. How the melody is swelling with his bars as it goes on, that's classic Eminem. I definitely feel like those songs are mislabeled because he mentioned Fall on that one and Kamikaze was all over the last record. So I'm not sure if they're mislabeled like that, but that was absolutely crazy. That beat was fire, hook was fire. Lyrics? It's Eminem, so it's always gonna be fire. Lyrically speaking, y'all not seeing him on the lyrics. Nobody is seeing him in the lyrics. So for him to really snap like this and really snap and say names, name dropping people, like we not getting subliminals like we get from other people. You know, and it's funny because even Quavo, even Quavo was name dropping. If a nigga hating, call him Joe Budden pussy. Like they name dropping. So to see Eminem in this element is one, refreshing, but two, it fits. You know, we've always known him as this really angry and, you know, aggressive rapper. And it just shows that even all this time later in his career, you know, he's still out rapping everybody on the roster, really. I mean, he's definitely a top 5 all time. I don't care what anybody says. Eminem, top 5 all time. No cap. Coming up on the last bit of tracks, number 11, Nice Guy, featuring Jessie Reyez.
You're such a nice guy, you're faithful, you go
I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. No.
Suck my dick.
Ooh.
You fucking suck, man. I hope that your heart get hit by a semi-truck.
Take a sip, then I got it. I don't got much self-control. I hope that you running. I'm bipolar with the switch up just as quick like you coming.
Pushing me outside my telly, temptation overwhelms me. Like my monthly bill from Sprint, they're charging me for a selfie.
You fucking suck, bitch. Suck my dick.
That beat is wild. However,
Your heart get hit by a semi-truck.
I'm not feeling all of that.
I'm an emotional wreck week. Everything over affects me. When you joke, it upsets me. You think I'm gross and unsexy. I need scope cause my breast stinks. You hope I choke on a Pepsi. It's springtime, time for you to have a fling like a slingshot. You say don't come over cause you got pink eye, but I think I got just the thing. Why don't I bring my fucking bat and just swing by?
Huh. Okay. I gotta be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Jessie Reyez. I saw her at the Real show last year. Her set was okay. She's definitely unorthodox. She is individual. She is original. She is definitely in her own lane. More power to her. Nothing but well wishes to her. Nothing against her at all. I just don't vibe with it. It's not hitting for me. It's hitting for everybody else. You know, I know she got a legion of fans. People love her. Just not for me. I did not care for that hook. The sayayik and just all of that. That took me out of it. I couldn't even enjoy it because it was just so distracting. So that might, I think that one's a little worse than either Kamikaze or Fall. I really think number 9 is Kamikaze, number 10 is Fall. That might be because I see a little bit of stuff in the editor's notes. They might be redoing this. I'm not sure, but yeah, Nice Guy's the first song that I would skip. That's the first skip that I've come to on the album. But it's way deep in the album, so that's good. That kind of makes sense. Kind of a good move on their part. You know, put that bonus stuff or, you know, the stuff that you might not go back to towards the end so that the meat of the album is everything that you want to listen to. I feel like the whole 10-song album is what they were going for, and this is all bonus stuff because I see that there's a track for Venom coming soon that's going to close the album. So, I mean, I'm interested to see what that's like, but I'm thinking that these are the bonus tracks for the album, in a sense. Number 12, Good Guy, also featuring Jessie Reyez.
Used to be yo, but we both were jilted a couple of times, so we had a slippery slope to deal with. But still, it gave me hope. Can you go pull a Vincent Van Gogh just to convince a damn hoe to be a housewife who outright lies? She's blackout drunk, now she's backing out my drive. I'll take knife in your heart, do you try more? Another late night in, she stumbles through my door, lets a daylight in. Find more guys, like 8-9 men. I'm taking 2x4s to our 8x10s. The day I can hear you say, Marshall, what a skank I've been. And there's a new guy, you're being replaced by him. And hope that he dumps you. It's like a dream come true, just to scream fuck you.
Be the cheater, convincing unbeliever, and I ain't in my feelings, I'm out. But I let you say that you're the good guy. Oh, yeah. You can't be the cheater, convincing unbeliever, and I ain't in my feelings.
Yeah, Jessie kind of has like a 070 shake thing going on. Like they both kind of have like a grittiness to their vocals, but I think 070 is much smoother with it. But like I said, Jessie has her own lane and she does her thing. Like more power to her. She is her own artist, and she an artist for real, for real. That was much better than the Nice Guy feature. And it was kind of like a cool little, you know, head bopping banger. So, I like that one. And finally, number 13, Venom from the motion picture. Okay. Let's go.
Dr. Dre said, hell yeah, and I got a stamp like a postcard with the mailman. And I know they're gonna hate, but I don't care.
Those scents are so old school, I love it. Hey.
When this chokehold on this game will end, I'm loco. Became a symbiote, so my fangs are in your throat hole. The shape that I wait to face the demons I'm bonded to, because they're chasing me, but I'm part of you, so escaping me is impossible. I latch on to you like a mama's losing their marbles too. You marvel that Eddie Brock is you, and I'm the suit, so call me Venom.
Nice. If you're a comic book nerd, you're gonna get those references. That's how you end the album. I loved how he ended Revival. Don't get me wrong. On Rose was beautiful. The way that he brought that beat back on Castle and flushed down the drugs, like that was absolutely crazy. But that had the menacing essence that really just captivated all of Kamikaze. And that was definitely the way to end it. And, you know, usually tracks for the movies, like I didn't really love the track for Southpaw, but that track is definitely the perfect energy for Venom. I love how evil the synths were, and just, you know, Venom is a classic character, so those vintage synths in the background were definitely working, for me at least. Lyrics off the chart, the delivery, classic M. Y'all, and like I said, and I'm gonna say this is gonna be the description, y'all shouldn't have pissed this man off. After finishing Kamikaze from Slim Shady, Mr. Eminem, I used Return to Form when I was talking about the Logic singles and the whole Young Sinatra 4 freestyle. But I feel like this is the best back to basics type of approach I've heard in a while. Like, you know, there's no real message. There's nothing being pushed upon the listener on this album, really. It's just straight bars and just pent up frustration. Usually we get that from artists that are in pain, but you know, you could get hurt from seeing stuff online. Like, you know, if fans are turning on you and stuff, like if you're going through what this man went through last year, you'd probably be pissed off too. So anything will fuel your fire, and I think that's the best thing about it. This is a personally fueled fire. Like he said on Walk on Water, he's always in competition with himself. And to see that, you know, so many people were disappointed with Revival, that probably took a toll on him. And then seeing how many people of less stature in the game were talking about the album and critiquing his skills as an MC, that had to set him off. So I think the best thing about this is that it's more personal. It's more centered personally. It's a more personally centered album than message centered. You know, he was trying to prove a point. He was trying to speak up and he was trying to speak out on Revival. Hence the cover. Hence all the fuck Donald Trump references, which, you know, I'm all on board for. And, you know, it was very heavy on we need to stand together and we need to band together. Let's come together. You know, it much more so than Not Afraid was like that. So in this sense, I think seeing M go for, y'all think that I can't do this anymore. Y'all think that, oh, I'm washed up. Or y'all think that I don't still got it in the tank. Just because of that last album, y'all think I'm not one of the best to ever do it. Oh, okay. Yeah, everybody's sick of the blogs. They might get sick of me one day for talking about it. I'm telling you now, as much as I talk shit about that AJR album, I'm telling you now, if they ever saw that video or saw me, it wouldn't be cool. You know, I had no ill will against them, but, you know, I ain't like the album, so they might not like me. It's all good. I'm going to keep it moving, but, you know, we may cross paths one day and be like, hey, man, fuck you and your review of our album. And be like, all right, then, that's how you feel. Y'all are doing what you doing, I'm doing what I'm doing. Our lives go on. You can be mad about it, sure. You can diss me in the next record if you want. I'd diss you back, but, you know, it might happen. The scenario might play out. Who knows? But I could definitely see where M is coming from, because Nicki's kind of on that same front of being sick of blogs and people just talking down on her craft. So if you're Eminem and you're, you know, you are a legend. It's not even up for debate. Eminem is a legend. And you seeing all of this bull online, and you seeing all these people say this, that, and the third. And it's from people that either don't rap, don't put artistic input into the world. You know, all these other people just talking, it's gonna set you off. So I think that because he came about it so passionately and so aggressively, he was able to get everything out there in one full going. And, you know, I like that the album was 13 songs. It wasn't too long. It wasn't too strenuous. Like, it didn't feel exhausting to listen to. And it was engaging from start to finish. There was only one song on there I really didn't like. And, you know, that's great. 12 for 13? That's crazy. One of my homies just texted me while I was, you know, recording, saying that this might be the album that puts meaning back on bars. And it just might. Just like how Kendrick put everybody on notice with the Control verse. This album might do that same thing. It might put notice for people to step up their bars. I know I'm going to go back to the drawing board with the shit I'm writing. But, you know, it's just great to see Eminem still doing what he's doing. And, you know, we just got to appreciate the greats while they're here. Definitely have your opinions on their work. Sure, whatever. But at the end of the day, nobody spits like this man Eminem. Nobody. That is going to do it for this episode of the Tone Up. I really hope you enjoyed, because I had a hell of a time going over this album. Like, share, subscribe, the whole nine. You know the biz and you know what it is. Shout out to Slim Shady. I'm Jared O'Brien. Thank you for watching.